Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. We are currently going through the book of 1 Samuel. We're almost at the end. Like we have, how many? 3 more chapters to go. The one we're going to read today, 30 and 31. All right, so we're doing this chapter by chapter. So it'll be nice for you to listen to the end of this recording because I'll be sharing my key takeouts from the chapter, which we'll be reading today at the end of this recording. Also, remember to subscribe, to invite someone else, to share this with someone else, and to click the notification bell so that you never miss any new recording. So in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 29, and I will be reading from the easy to read version. So kindly follow through the story and let's see what the word of God is going to teach us today. So you guys remember where David is at this point. David is at a hard place, between a hard place and a rock. Because he has been so good at masquerading as if he's a traitor of Israel. Now Achish has told him, now you have to join our army to go and fight the Philistines. So now David atadu, Mrs. Juvile atadu, like it's tricky because now is he going to fight against his own people? Like surely. Anyway, so let's see what happened. So meanwhile, the Philistines had gathered all their armies camp at Aphek. The Israelites were camped by the springs near Jezreel. The Philistines' rulers were marching in division of 100 and 1,000 men. David and his men were at the back with Achish. Let's pause there. So first I'm thinking, there's the army of the Philistines that are camped somewhere. Then we have the army of the Israelites that are also camped somewhere. And I'm thinking there must have been someone in that, someone who has taken news that maybe, David unajua kwa army ya Philistines sasa. I'm imagining even the Israelites could be, scared because I'm like, guy, David, ule aliua Goliath, guy, ako kwa familia, what? We are finished, we are cooked dead. Anyway, that's just my imagination because news travel fast, even in this era. News really do travel fast. But anyway, so that's the space. So we have two different camps. There's the Philistine camp and then we have the Israelites camp. It feels so weird that now this guy by the name David, who had killed the hugest giant that the Philistines had and, killed him and cut his head. Now he's in the army of the Philistines, like he's in the camp of the Philistines. Like it's just, man, life can throw you a curveball, let me tell you. What? Anyway, let's see what happens to David and in this situation, because I'm even feeling pressure for him. Honestly, I am. All right, so the Philistines captains asked, what are the Hebrews doing here? Achish told the Philistine captains, this is David. He was one of Saul's officers, but he has been with me for a very long time. I found nothing wrong in David since the time he left Saul and came to me. But the Philistines captains were angry at Achish and they said, send him back. Let him go to the city you gave him, but he can't go to battle with us. As long as he is here, he's an enemy in our own camp. He would make his king happy by killing our men. Isn't David the one the Israelites sang about? They danced and sang this song. Saul has killed thousands of enemies, but David has killed tens of thousands. So Achish called David and said, Achish ameita David kamkutano, because now the Philistines captains are just like, what is this guy doing here? Uyu David, sini Israelite, sini Hebrew. What is he doing in our army? Ebu send him back to the city you have given, the land you have given him. He can't fight in this battle because he can go and geukaz at any one point. He can go and turn against at any one point. So now, because Achish is the one who brought David, he has to go and now have a conversation with him and tell him, hey, dude, my captains wameleta ngori. Anyway, so let's see what happens. So Achish called David and said, as surely as the Lord lives, you are loyal to me. I would be pleased to have you serve in my army. I haven't found anything wrong with you since the day you came to me. The Philistines' rulers also think you are a good man. Go back in peace. Don't do anything against the Philistine rulers. David asked, what have I done wrong? Have you found anything wrong with me since the day I came to you? So why won't you let me go and fight the enemies of my lord the king? Achish answered, I believe you're a good man. You're like an angel from God. But the Philistine captains still say, David can't go with us into battle. Early in the morning, you and your men should go back in the city I gave you. Don't pay attention to the bad things the captains say about you. You're a good man, but you must leave as soon as there is enough light in the morning. So David and his men got up early in the morning and went back to the country of the Philistines. And the Philistines went up to Jezreel. Alright, so Achish amekalisha mtu wake akamwambia, my dear David, hapa itabidi urudi, because the Philistine captains are not happy that you are here, because they are afraid you could turn against us. Anyway, so this chapter for me is a perfect example of saved by the bell. I know David is not looking like he has been saved by, but lazima akae ngumu, lazima akae Taliban. He won't show that, I was in a hard place and a rock. But I'm like, what? This is such a situation of being saved by the bell. I mean, David had volunteered to join these Philistines as a match. Okay, did he volunteer? No, he was told to join. He was expected to join the Philistine army by this king called Achish as they marched against Israel. However, he was not fully trusted by the Philistine leaders, and his offer was refused. David and his men were ready to do battle against their own countrymen. The commander understandably refused to give David the opportunity to turn on them. The fact is, David didn't seek the Lord before he hid and sought refuge in the Philistines' territory. He leaned on his own understanding. You guys remember that? It was never God's intent for David to fight against his people and God's people. And so God graciously gave him a way out. Alright, so at this point, David is set to go and fight against the Israelites. But now, these captains have brought issues and they have said, we can't trust this guy. He might go and turn against us. Because God is gracious. And God is like, I know you ended up in that army in the Philistines' land because you leaned on your own understanding. And now, you're in a hard place. But let me provide for you a way out. I have found myself in awkward situations, let me tell you, desperately hoping for a way out. Most of all those moments are as a result of my poor judgment, my fear, and my foolish ambitions. And during those times, I have found myself recklessly aligned with the people who are against God's will. Or recklessly aligned, not even just with people, but I've just found myself, aligned against God's will, which is really wrong. People that I wasn't meant to be aligned to, huko ndo ninajipatanga wakati mwingine, and God has graciously provided for me a way out. This reminds me of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, which says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so you can endure it. Yani kama kuna mtu experience hii verse ni David. Kwa sababu yake, honestly, he really found a way. God really made him a way, provided a way out for him to get out of this mess that he had put himself in. Remember, it is never too late to call on the Lord. Ask Him to open your eyes to see if you are marching in the wrong battle. Unaweza kuwa kwa wrong army, wrong camp. He promises to give wisdom to those who sincerely ask Him. It probably won't be easy, but He will be gracious and He will be by your side to get you through. Look for His way out and take it. Because God promises that He will always provide you a way out so that you can endure every temptation, every situation that you find yourself in. So look for His way because it's there. Look for His way out because it's there. Because He promised it, so it's there. Then take it. This is your girl Wakeji Kamore, and this has been Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. See you tomorrow.